Yeah. UFC 320. I'm actually gonna be doing a live stream. Yes, I am going to be doing a live stream for UFC 320. So be there or be nowhere. Veronica Hardy versus Bogdan Walker. I really have never watched either of these broads fight, so we're gonna just go Veronica Hardy because I've heard of her a little bit. So I guess she must be decent. We got my son Ramiz Brahimaj versus Austin Vanderford. I got Ramiz Brahimaj. He's like a high blood pressure guy, and Austin Vanderford is just a regular, fake, edgy white man. And I really think that Ramiz Brahimaj, bad man. Vanderford is a schmuck. I say that's a first round TKO for Ramiz Brahimaj. Is probably gonna just blitz him down immediately. And then we move on to Panahili Soriano versus Nikolai. Oh my goodness, Nikolai Veretenikov. Oh my god, this guy has a name of them old school Russian conquering niggas. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Punahili. I'm gonna go with Punahili, even though his name sounds like Punani. Punahili is going to win this fight. I just think Punahili has a nasty left hook to the body. He's probably never thrown a body shot in his life. But low level schmucks. I'm gonna go with the American kid. He probably trains like a real American gym, where all these like other high level fighters at. This guy's from Kazakhstan. The best fighter from Kazakhstan is a inactive schmuck. So Kazakhstan as a whole has been kind of nerfed. No aura coming out of Kazakhstan at this point. It is what it is. I'm gonna go with Punahili. We move on to Patchy Mix versus Jacob Wiklak. With a name like Patchy Mix, he really had to show out. He really had to show that he's very good, or else he was going to be called a jobber and a fraud for life. And he went and did not show out. Not only did he not show out, he actually had a terrible performance. And people are like, oh, he was off. I don't think you can be good and ever have a performance like that ever. This is the thing. Good guys may have off nights, but even on an off night, they're still gonna look decent. There's no way Islam Makhachev is gonna have an off night and perform like how this Patchy Mix guy did. There's no way Ilia Topuria's off night is going to result in a performance as absolutely mind-bogglingly retarded as Patchy Mix's stand at range and menacingly look at Mario Batista while you're getting your head popped around. Come on, bro. That's just impossible. But since they dropped the level of competition very low to try to get him acquainted in the UFC, I'm gonna go ahead and pity pick him. I'm a pity pick Patchy Mix iteration. But there you go. I'm just pity picking at this point. I really don't think he's that good, even if he beats Jacob, but he better fucking beat Jacob, because if he doesn't, then he's getting chopped, and he deserves to be chopped. So we move on to Messi Chiasson versus Yana Santos. I'm gonna go with Messi Chiasson. And we'll move on to Daniel Santos versus Juseng Yo. We got Juseng Yo. He landed a nasty left hook last time we saw him. But his opponent was blitzing, charging, barging, you know what I mean? The badges wasn't badging at his opponent. His opponent actually was kind of landing on him too. He was running at him with his stupid punches, and he was connecting every now and then. So it's a little bit of a interesting study with Juseng Yao, but I'm going to go ahead and pick him. I'm going to pick him. I think Daniel Santos, when you look at somebody like a Daniel Santos, there's nothing really that stands out about him. He's a run-of-the-mill schmuck. Juseng Yo has a little bit of aura from that little performance that he had. So I'm going to just go ahead and say that aura is going to carry him, and he's going to get the 29-28 here. And then we move on to Chris Gutierrez versus Farid Basharat. I'm going to go with Farid Basharat in the sleeper fight of the night. This is actually going to put people to sleep. That's not to say that, oh, it's a sleeper fight. They're going to actually bang it out. No, no, no. This is going to be a terrible fight, and it's going to feel like you guys are in a sleeper hole. This is going to be one of the worst fights of all time. Expect 20 strikes around from both guys. It's going to be very, very bad a fight. I don't know why they would book this fight. You have two of the shittiest, most boring fighters that just cling on to the UFC. I don't like this type of shit, you know what I mean? This is going to be a very, very boring fight, and I'm contemplating not streaming just because of this fight, but I am going to be streaming when this fight is taking place. I might make sure that I'm streaming, but maybe, hopefully, they prove me wrong. And then we'll move on to Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. Oh, yeah, I picked Farid in 29-28. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Muniz. I got Andre Muniz. He seems to be a little bit more pissed off. We move on to Ateba. Oh my God, Ateba. Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz. There is no way around it. Ateba is here, the boogeyman. Ateba, the marauder. Ateba, the Takas man. You know, you look at him, you may think, man, Ateba is Ateba guy. He all he gotta do is connect, and he's going to destroy his opponent. But the thing is, he doesn't seem to believe in that philosophy. He really wants to be the better fighter. He doesn't just want to be the stronger, the more athletic. He wants to be the better fighter, the more thinking guy's fighter, the more technical fighter. He's very aesthetic in his fighting style. You know, he's not like Ngannou. Like with Ngannou, Ngannou is a big scary guy, you know. But Ateba is like, he's like if Ngannou actually gave a fuck, you know what I mean? Ateba is very, very good, man. Ateba is going to be one of the hardest challenges for Hamza Chimaev if he's still the champ when Ateba gets up there. I really think this is a waste of time. Ozzy Diaz is going to get finished in the first round. Ateba should just be getting a top 5 ranked guy, or even like the salty man Joe Pyfer, really. He should get the Joe Pyfer test right now, you know. I don't know, like Joe Pyfer is up next, but it really should just be Ateba versus Joseph. Let's just do it. Let's just get it on. You know what I mean? Like, let's just get the racial warfare out of the way. But in any event, Ozzy Diaz does not stand a chance. Ateba Gautier is going to be ranked in the top 3. Like, that's a fact. Like, there is no doubt in my mind. And he's most likely a future champion, in my opinion. And then we move on to Abos Magomedov versus Joe Pyfer. Y'all know Abos Magomedov is not chinny, so Joe Pyfer is already on a disadvantageous type of plane here. Because when it's Joe Pyfer, if his opponent is any way, shape, or form chinny, just go Joe Pyfer, because Joe Pyfer is very good against chinny people. But if his opponent is not chinny, then all of a sudden it's interesting, because Joe Pyfer is not the sharpest tool in the shade, as they say. He's a little bit kind of retarded, you know. He doesn't go when he needs to go, and he goes when he doesn't need to go. You get what I'm saying? So it's like he gets these opportunities where he can just crash out and finish the fight, but it doesn't take him. He tries to be too calculated. And then when it's time to be calculated because you're about to gas out, he goes all out and then gasses out. Like, see, this is the problems, all right? Abos Magomedov has negative cardio. He got TKO'd by Sean Strickland, so me claiming that he has a good chin may seem a little crazy because he got TKO'd by Peter Pashon, but it really was just him being tired. He just fell down from exhaustion. He was just tired, and he just surrendered. But if we're being honest, like, he was kicking Sean Strickland's ass in that first round. Like, let's be honest. You go back and you watch Abos versus Sean Strickland, that was not even competitive for the first round. Like, the whole first round, Sean just got beat up by Abos Magomedov. Now, can Joe Pyfer ever beat up Sean Strickland? I doubt it. You know, like, I really doubt it. So this is a close one. I'm gonna go with Joe Pyfer. I think he's gonna find the chin. I'm gonna go with Joe Pyfer second round TKO. You know, second round TKO. The first round is gonna be close. Maybe Abos is winning, but he's gonna get a little tired. Joe Pyfer is gonna get a little more motivated. Like, he's gonna see him kind of starting to tire, and that's gonna give him a boost, and he's gonna go for the finish, and he's gonna find the finish. You know, like, he's a KO guy, but he's really not a KO guy. You know, like, Joe Pyfer is not like this crazy KO artist because he doesn't actually get too many KOs. The last time he KO'd somebody was like Mark Andre, like all the way back in like August 2024. Like, you cannot be a KO guy when your last KO was over a year ago. You know what I mean? Like, this is the problem with these UFC fighters. They barely fight. So me saying his last KO was over a year ago, that was his second last fight. But the fact still remains, his last KO was over a year ago. So he needs to pick up the activity for one. Second, he needs to KO more people so that I can like really stand on that he's a KO artist thing, because I really don't think he's that much of a KO artist. Like, who really is a KO artist? Like, except for Ilya Topuria, nobody really gets consistent KOs like that in the UFC, for being honest. Bogdan Guskov is a KO artist. Shout out my nigga Boscan. Boscan. We move on to Josh Emmett versus Yusuf Zalal. Here's a KO artist, Joshua Emmett. The king of the biggest, meatiest hooks, Josh Emmett. I mean, you have to think he's probably gonna fucking spam overhands. He's gonna spam overhands against Yusuf. Yusuf is gonna be on the back foot. He's gonna try to stand his base every now and then. I think Yusuf should mix it up. Go for takedowns, where they like the stronger man down, like make those little muscles filled up with blood and shit, so that when it does land, if it does land, it's not as devastating. All right, it's obviously easier said than done, but I mean, we've seen Josh Emmett get out grappled in the past before. He got 10-7 by Ilya. That was like, most of that was on the ground. He got knocked down a bunch of times, but also he really doesn't have great get-ups. Josh Emmett just doesn't have great get-ups. Like, if you take him down, he's gonna just try to go for the traditional get-ups, and I think Yusuf should be a little more technical than that. All right, so at this point, I think a Yusuf Zalal is gonna be able to beat a Josh Emmett. I think Yusuf is very good. He's kind of skittish, which could kind of get him caught up or make him look bad on the judges' scorecards. But I really think majority of this is going to actually take place on the ground. This is a guy, like, he had a whole grappling match with Ilya in Ilya's debut. And, like, he actually gave Ilya his hardest fight to date, in my opinion. I mean, I guess you can say Bryce Mitchell, but Ilya KO'd Bryce. Ilya did not KO Yusuf Zalal, and they had, like, a competitive fight. So that's a crazy feather in this kid's cap. And I think that's already better than Josh Emmett. So, like, I really think Yusuf Zalal is going to beat Josh Emmett 30-27. 30-27 is going to be a clear Yusuf Zalal win. It's going to be just too good, like too shifty on the feet, and then he's going to mix it up and he's going to make sure that he puts exclamation points on the round. You know what I mean? So then we move on to Yuri Prokrayev versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. Now, look, man. Khalil Roundtree is a softie. Everybody knows this. He likes a little cry every now and then. Khalil Roundtree is a punk, but he's very decent, I was about to say he's very good. Ever since I picked this fucking bozo to beat Poatan, and he showed that he could have beat Poatan, and he just straight up refused to beat Poatan because he just has this fucking, this image of Poatan that he has to uphold in his own head, of Poatan being this crazy warrior, beast, fucking marauder, conqueror of worlds. Like, he just thinks of Poatan as this, and he really could have won. He really should have won that fight against Poatan. He just fucking threw it away by being a cunt, and by being a cuck, I should say. I don't like using bad words on the YouTube, as you can tell, but I mean, is he going to be able to beat Yuri Prochazka? I doubt it. Yuri Prochazka is a very aggressive guy, very no-nonsense guy in the he's all nonsense in the octagon, but when he got his opponent hurt, like, he really goes all out. He starts fucking going downhill, and when it goes downhill, I really see Khalil Roundtree fucking curling up in a ball and crying his way to a loss. I really think Khalil Roundtree needs to man up and bug up and stand his base. He needs to fucking believe in himself as he's, like, the fucking best in the world, you know what I mean? Like, not just, oh, man, believe in yourself, some corny shit. Like, no, like, for real, like, really, 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 really believe that there is no possible way this man is going to beat you, all right? And I don't think Khalil Roundtree is possible of believing that for real. He's too much of a bitch. Yuri Prochazka, he's too dumb to even consider losing. He thinks that he can still beat Poatan. Like, I mean, I also think he can still be Poatan, but I mean, but logic will tell us that he would lose to Poatan. I picked him to lose to Poatan in their second fight, but I'm saying like Poatan has got worse and Yuri has got better. Yuri Prochazka, again, is too dumb to consider losing. So just mentally, Yuri Prochazka has a crazy advantage. Physically, it's a close fight. Technically, Khalil could have the advantage. Tactically, Khalil should have the advantage. But momentum-wise, I think there's going to be a moment where the momentum shifts in the fight and Yuri Prochazka has an opportunity to go downhill. And I really think Yuri Prochazka, when given the opportunity to go crazy, he is not letting that shit pass. Yuri Prochazka is going to get the second round TKO. He's going to fucking boom, 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 boom. Fucking beat up this kid in the second round. Just fucking brutalize his face again. And yeah, that's it. It's going to be a decent fight for however long it lasts. And then we move on to the machine. The machine. The machine is back outside. They go. My God. Merab, what can't this man do? This is ridiculous. The machine. The slimiest of them all. Fucking Merab Dvalishvili is going to eat Corey Sandhagen's lunch. He's going to confiscate his phone, alright? He's going to take his lunch money. He's going to put gum in his hair. He's going to fucking give him a swirly. He's going to give him a wedgie. He's going to give him a noogie. He's going to shove him into a locker. He's going to do all the fucking bully antics, alright? He's going to trip him in front of the broads. Like, he's going to do all the bully antics in this fight, let's be honest. This is the biggest fucking Chad versus nerd fight in UFC history. This is not even close. Robbie's going to just be too much man for a Corey Sandhagen. What is Corey going to do? He's going to flying knee. Come on. The machine will take that flying knee gladly, Like, Merab will actually, like, lead himself to a flying knee just to know what it feels like. Like, Merab wants to, like, kind of, like, if you haven't noticed, Merab has been attempting to split his own, like, forehead for a very long time, Jumping off of cliffs, fucking head-butting walls. He punches himself in most of these fights. Like, if you really look at it, Merab is always, like, punching himself, eating his mouthpiece. Like, Merab doesn't give a flying fuck about your flying knee, let's be fair. Merab is going to do whatever he wants to Corey Sandhagen. Corey, I'm a big fan of the kid for his little breakdowns on YouTube. I like the kid, I'm a big fan. But Merab is a different animal altogether. He's a different animal altogether. He's a different thing altogether. He may not even be an animal, bro. He's just a different species. He's an alien, alright? It's not a cardio thing. It's not a effectiveness thing. It's not a, maybe he's getting better now that he's putting submissions in his game thing. It's a fucking Merab. Merab is just Merab. He's the fucking GOAT, bro. Merab is going to do what he does. Corey Sandhagen is going to put up a little admirable fight. He's going to like land a couple punches, couple kicks, switch a couple stances. Maybe we give him a round. Maybe Merab will throw him a round, a pity round. 49-46 Merab. I don't think it's gonna finish him. Alright, I don't think Merab is gonna finish Corey. I think Corey is very good. I think Corey is going to be way better than Sean O'Malley. He's going to create scrambles. He's going to, like, really be in there. But, like, it's just going to be like, yeah, you're going against Merab. You're Corey Sandhagen. Like, what is a Corey Sandhagen supposed to do to a Merab? Like, this is not even a logical fight, really. But it's the fight to make because Merab has killed everybody. But you know what it is, man. Who's it now? Who's it up the march? Fine. All right. We move on to the main event. Magomed. Oh, that was the end of that. Nope. We're bringing it back, alright? This is now also known as the Magomed song. And obviously, he's going to beat Alex Poatan Pereira. I already told you guys, there's none too much Poatan can do. Like, if Poatan moves forward, he's going to make the takedowns easier for Magomed because Magomed was having a hard time taking him down off the cage because the cage was kind of holding him up. But really, Magomed should have done better, and he probably is going to do better up against the cage. He should probably get in the camp with Islam and them, But it is what it is. Off the cage, Magomed is a decent wrestler enough to take down Poatan, I believe. If Poatan is too aggressive, he's gonna get countered on the feet, walk into counter shots, straight lefts, lead hooks of Magomed. Magomed has a nasty lead hook. Magomed's right hook, niggas gotta fucking start paying attention to this shit. When you look at Alex, what is he gonna do, man? He's gonna fucking go for these little leg taps. We already experimented on them and found out that they don't work. They don't work if you don't believe in them. If you don't believe in Poatan's little leg kicks, they don't work. Like, that's how leg kicks work. If you get leg kicked and you're like, oh my god, I'm getting leg kicked, this is so sad, this is so bad. Okay, then you're a schmuck. Then you're gonna lose due to leg kicks. Alright, like that UK bump. Ain't it crazy how everybody in the UK just sucks now? Like, everybody from the UK is just fucking terrible. Like that Jake Hadley guy. Is it Jake Hadley? Hamburger or some shit. Like, one of them fucking schmucks. Alright? One of them niggas, they MMA guru glazes. Like, I forgot his fucking name. He got leg kicked to death. He got out in a wheelchair. Right? The nigga that was talking shit about Anthony Smith. Not to say that talking shit about Anthony Smith is a bad thing. But all I'm saying is, can you at least fucking be better than just a fucking schmuck that gets leg kicked, TKO'd, and has to get stretchered out of the out? The guy only threw leg kicks. That's what I'm saying. These guys really think leg kicks hurt, alright? If you don't think leg kicks work for real, they don't work. Magomed, clear as day, doesn't give a fuck about a nigga's leg kicks. So, there you go. Poatan had no effect with his fucking leg kicks. Because Magomed doesn't give a fuck about a damn leg kick. You leg kick him, he's gonna jab you to the body, alright? So, what chances do I really give Poatan in this fight? I mean, Poatan, he always has a fucking puncher's chance, obviously. He's Poatan, you know, he has power. So, he always has a fluke KO chance, but it's probably not going to happen. Magomed is too sleek, too good. He's going to put a cap on this. I really think he may get a finish. I think Magomed is going to get a ground and pound TKO finish in this one. 4th round, ground and pound. Magomed takes down Poatan. Boom, elbows, punches, elbows, 12-6 elbows. Boom, boom, boom. Poatan turns his back. Magomed doesn't go for the choke. Magomed just punches him from behind. Bang, 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 bang. Poatan is bleeding everywhere. Bang. Poatan is covering up. Referee is like, come on, Poatan, fight back, Poatan. Show me that you're in there. And Poatan is just not doing anything. They call off the fight. Magomed stands tall. Poatan is totally cooked. He's contemplating retirement. I think he should just move up to heavyweight and beat up fucking Waldo Cortez Acosta and all of them niggas. Fucking Pavlovich. I think he can beat Pavlovich. Like, let's be honest, Pavlovich has them stubby legs. He can just boom. I think leg kicks will work on Pavlovich. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think fucking Alex will have a great career heavyweight, but I really think he may just retire off of the beating that Magomed is gonna put on him. I got 4th round TKO for Magomedo. Like and subscribe him out.